questions of, okay, so what do you do with this information? And literally at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, they go from one building to the next, and then the problem gets solved. I think that aspect of the synergies, the integration that happens here is of the type that I think really helps the Secretary understand not only the mission of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, but how this works in the context of the Air Force.
Do you think this is important for maybe, in the future when you're looking to increase funding for certain programs here, that he's been here and he understands how this all works together?
I think this goes right to the issues of funding and budgets. I happen to know that in DOD, in the next couple of weeks, in fact, they're going to be looking at a portion of the budget that affects Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and there were a lot of those who were here that were excited to highlight some elements that can benefit from the Secretary's knowledge.
What portion of the budget?
I actually can't say. Sorry. So that's probably...
They talked about also at the, he did the town hall, but when he talked about meeting with senior defense officials, were some of those coming with him, or were those base officials?
Here.
Okay. All right. I don't know if anyone else,
There are some that are traveling with him, but the goal was for them to meet the leadership here. And as you know, Material Command has 80,000 people that report to it, so there are issues that are even beyond Wright-Patterson Air Force Base that are governed here. And I was able to tell, of course, the Secretary and highlight to him that 47% of the entire Air Force budget passes through Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So this is a base that has a significant seat at the table in decision-making.
The Joker movie comes out this weekend, and there's a lot of talk about it being another mass shooting.
I don't know anything about this. Sorry.
Where do you stand currently on your work with gun legislation?
The House is continuing to review several pieces of legislation with respect to guns. Nancy Pelosi has not brought those to the floor yet, but they have come out of committee. It remains, I think, a high priority for the House's agenda.
What's your take on all of the impeachment talk in Washington right now and kind of the latest developments with the president's conversation?
Well, I was just in Washington yesterday at Kurt Volker's testimony, the former liaison to Ukraine. I can tell you he did an excellent job. I know him personally. I expected that he would not be involved in any inappropriate activity or legal activity, and that was surely borne out in his testimony. Also, I think his testimony did not advance their agenda at all, and the impeachment agenda. He was very straightforward in the assignments and the work that he was doing, and I think they got a very good picture yesterday of the professionalism of the people who are working on the part of the State Department.
Do you believe that the president did anything that in that Ukraine call that would deserve an impeachment inquiry or an actual impeachment?
I think that the president's actions in the phone call were inappropriate. I've said so publicly, and I don't think the American public want to hear or see their president acting in that manner. I think it's obviously disappointing to all of us. But at this point, being on the Intelligence Committee, getting the briefings, being part of one of the committees that is going to be reviewing this issue, I have not seen anything at this point that rises to the level of impeachment. You have to keep in mind that a majority of those on the Democrat side who are currently for impeachment were for impeachment before the phone call ever happened in Ukraine. So this is not about Ukraine. Anything else? Thank you.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it, guys.
Sorry we couldn't get him out here.
Yeah, I mean,
We're trying to get you a picture.
Was there anything else in the base that was taking pictures and video at the meeting that they might release some that we could?
One picture. The commander, myself, and him standing in front of flags, and that's it. There were no other. There's media traveling with him, and even they were not able to be on any portion of it. He walked out after the town hall, and actually, no questions, and made statement on call. So even the people who were traveling with him didn't get to do anything. How long did the town hall last? A little over an hour.
And
So if I say something off the record, because